Okay, so now we're gonna prepare the screens for the emulsion. We're using a this is called emulsion. And you can see down there it's a liquid, but it's light sensitive, not in our scoop coater, and we are ready to burn, or we're ready to coat a screen right now. So basically, I have my scoop coater. It's got emulsion in it, and what we're going to do is lean the screen back at about a 15-degree angle, and we're going to take our scoop coater at the bottom, and then we're going to slowly pull it up, and you can see it leaves a coat of emulsion on it. So we're going to do this twice on each side. This is church side, and this is print side. Two times on each side. And there we have a coated screen. It's ready to let dry. The next step is to put this on the board. I made this little registration board, and what I basically do is lay the film here, and I've got grid marks here, so I line it up. This is the center of the print, line it up here, and the bottom of the print, line it up here, and you'll notice that here are my registration targets right there. So then we will lay a screen on this, and it'll adhere to the back. And then I'll lay it down slowly over the film, and then I'll take my hands and I'll rub where the tape is at, and then on the bottom as well. And then the screen through the tape will be stuck to the film will be stuck to the screen. Okay, now we're going to a process called burning the screen. This is what we call an exposure unit, and it's an Amograph, is a brand name. Basically, it has a quartz bulb down in the bottom, below the glass there. You can see it, and that turns on, and it exposes the screen. In other words, it burns that image, the film that I just printed out, into that screen. And I'll show you how it works here in just a bit. It has sucked the screen down tight, you can see, and then we have the light chamber shining, so it's shining light up on the screen. And the theory behind it is wherever you see dark spots on the film, it protects the emulsion from the light, and it hardens the rest of the screen. So, and then when it's done this process, we'll wash it out and in the washroom. Okay, we've taken the screen out of the exposure unit and removed the film from the back. And so basically what we do is just wet it down. Wet one side, you can start to see the image to appear. Flip it over to the print side. So we laid the screen down on paper towels on my dryer belt, and you kind of wipe off all the excess moisture. You turn it over, and you do the same on this side. You wipe off all the excess moisture. Final drying step is I take a hair dryer. I try to get all the moisture out of the image area. You don't want any of this wet emulsion going back down into the image because it'll fog it. So this is one of the half side ones that you have to do it. And then you do the other side and put it in front of a fan. You put the screen in front of the fan and let it dry. This process only takes about 15 or 20 minutes. Okay, the final step in the screen prep is taping the screen. You just fly tape. You don't want ink coming through where you don't want it to print. So you tape rotate this to keep the inks getting through the sides of the screen. Also, if you'll notice, we got some little green that's got block out tape. These are little tiny pinholes that you look for before you put the screen on the press, because sometimes dust will get in your screen and it'll burn little pinholes, so you want to cover them before you get to the press. You save yourself a lot of time patching up pinholes, because it's harder to do when you get on the press. So from there, we take it over to the press, and what I've done is, this is the actual film that we just burned on the screen, and I put it on press. I've got it marked here. I've got a grids drawn on the press, or the pallets, but everything's lined up. It's all square. You got the registration targets here, and then you just take your screen. You got screen clamps up here. This holds the screens in place. You stick the screen in the press, and then you come over here and you lock your pallets in place. You raise it up to the bar, and you can see these registration marks. These are what these are for. You line it up, and then you lock it in place, and then you use this is called micros. You can adjust it either left or right, this way or this way, this way or this way, and then on the front end, screen down, screen this way. And that's what you do. Just line it up to your artwork, and when you get it all lined up, you lock it in place, and then you're ready to this is your flood bar, and this is your squeegee. They're up here, so we'll put ink in it, and that's the final step before you start printing.